connect with like-minded AHK users in our private chat, helping each other out and sparking ideas that make scripting way more fun. Score 3 hours of weekly Zoom magic, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday, with live lessons, pro tips, and one-on-one fixes to supercharge your skills. You share. Let's pull open the editor. What did we add recently? No, okay. There was one that we realized, which is still, we should probably just go ahead and release it. But Irfan was working on the search replace functionality,
Yes.
and so you can show that. But what I realized also was, first off, and it was one of those things that, like, his site drove me nuts, is when you do a search and you're searching a file where there's an include, um, it should automatically search those other files because
What?
it's part of the script, right? So
Yeah.
I told Irfan, let's build that in our search to let them know that, like, it's actually, okay, it wasn't in this file, but it's in this, maybe show a list view of the other file and then make it where they can click to open it.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah. But then, Connie, this is where I got really excited because when I was talking to my buddy Ryan about the whole how do we deal with including all of our tools when we're charging for tools and then having a license, right? Is I love the idea of, I'm like, Irfan, I first said we need to have the sift, a fuzzy match. You may not know exactly what you're trying to find, but we'll use the sift text model to be able to get close, right? And show kind of where, hey, here are some matches to what you're searching for. But then I said, hey, we're going to be having an open router token. Let's have it where AI will allow you to search for concepts, right? Like, so you're doing a real true fuzzy match, if that makes sense.
Hi guys. Yes, I was just about to say that, like, with the NCP servers, there's one that allows you to have access to the current working directory only, right? And it can search within that directory, not your whole computer. So basically, you can have a fuzzy search with AI in that folder only, right? And Open Router allows you to do that. So
Yeah,
it is.
I think
It's like a very good idea.
yeah, I think the true strength of AI is that one big thing is, you're searching by a concept instead of
Yeah.
exact word. Show me where
Yeah,
people,
like many times I do, like, where is this script creating that file? And I don't want to look up every single file, append or open
right.
file open
Well,
and whatever. It's just like, where is the file
well,
being created?
but more specific, as to your point, especially, let's see, if we were in Python, generally speaking, there's one way to do something.
One command,
In
yeah.
AutoHotkey, there's like 5 ways to do loops. So you're like, I
Right.
know it's in a loop, but what kind of loop? Like, I don't know. But now you could tell it, hey, I'm looking for some sort of loop where it does this, and it would find it for you, right? So,
Right.
yeah, I think that's a very cool idea. But we'll still have a very basic version that doesn't have all the bells and whistles that people can get started in.
Right.
So I think it's coming along nicely. I had wanted to be able to release it, but that's when I'm like,
Yeah.
that search and replace is a very, very important thing.
Right.
But he's got a good start.
And
Tell me about the security administration button. How would you use that?
Well,
this one
Yeah.
is that.
Right.
Yeah, right now it is not working, but because we have to discuss few things to how to implement that.
yeah, but Connie, we've all run into, maybe I have to run this script as an admin, right? And we all probably know how to insert code at the beginning of your script to get it to run as admin. Well, why not have a button that just automatically does that for you?
Actually,
We're not
now that you
inserting the
just
code.
mentioned that,
It just kicks it off as admin.
well, let me ask you this, Joe. Instead of us running the script in admin mode, maybe that button should just insert that at the top of your script. It's just like a hot string that when you click it, at the top of your script,
Yeah, I understand.
just puts the run as admin thing, and that's it.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
No, well,
Yeah. You have to realize that you're using this to develop a code. So
Yeah.
that seems like that's a better idea. Although you might pick up a piece of code and give it to the editor and it won't run, and you say, "Oh, maybe this code needs to be admin."
Right.
Yeah.
I was just going for the easiest thing, Joe, like, because
Yeah, but
if you want the editor itself to running as an admin, there's a few things that make it a little bit tricky sometimes.
Well, but the point again, I think you're missing the point. This is a tool for noobs,
Yeah.
right? And I don't think necessarily inserting code at the beginning and is
Okay.
something that they're going to
Yeah.
get, understand. And I'm not saying we don't do it. I'm just saying that's
No,
my
I
thought
know.
process, right? Is I want something that's brain dead simple for people to be able to use. We will have
Right.
other stuff because we've talked about having snippets available, and we would have that would absolutely, because we all have that right in our little prompt assistant. We have
Yeah.
code for launching as an admin because it does come up pretty often.
Yeah. Irfan, many times when we're discussing one thing, you keep kind of like testing news or trying to show some features of the code, and then we lose it because we're talking about something else. I saw you doing something with the numbering system, like it is adding numbers into certain spots. Can you
Yeah.
show that again, please? Because you did it, but nobody's paying attention because we're talking about something else. I'm paying attention because I'm looking at what you're doing, but I don't think you explained what that is.
Okay, so it is just adding each number to a card, but it is always opposite. And when
Yeah,
I,
it's doing the opposite. So if you now add the
If I-
correct upwards, it should do it correctly, right?
yeah, no, it
Oh,
is doing
okay.
something wrong.
Ah, and look at that. The second time is doing something else. Okay, I
Yeah,
see what.
Well-
this is not easy to do. So yeah.
Yeah, I know. But I think it is a very good idea to have that.
Yeah.
Many times I do want to insert some numbers.
Mhm.
So that's a very interesting feature.
And in the social place, I want to mention that these two are just flags. So the same function will be used. I do not have to write any other function. The same
Okay.
function will be used. So find and replace and these flags will get affected. And then I have the regex flags. And for me, regex, like, it is not simple. It is some weird regex. And I have
Yeah, it's
another.
not. Yeah, that is not the same regular expressions as AutoHotkey.
Ah, okay.
And it's a topic we wanted to talk about also, just POSIX in general was
Yeah, that is very important to know which version of the regular expression engine they are using.
but let's go back to the thing that you were doing, Irfan, with the numbers, because that isn't something that I think we should have there. We talked about having access to a bunch of text manipulation stuff, right?
Mhm.
That's where
Mhm.
this is text
It would be in the
manipulation.
text manipulation, yes.
Yeah. So just not that we won't have that functionality. I'm just saying that's not where I would be putting it.
Okay.
You put it in the
so-
menu there. You put it in the menu somewhere. Well, where is that? Oh, there. Add serial to each correct. Again, the word serial there doesn't make much sense, by the way. But
Okay.
we changed the name, but we would put that function inside the text manipulation things that you
Right.
have.
Okay.
Right.
Where
So
is
you
your
have
text
things-
manipulation? Oh, you don't have it.
Yeah,
No,
I don't have.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
And we definitely wouldn't have a hotkey for it.
Well, that's let me see. I usually certainly use a hotkey, but it would be something that I set up. Every person would have a different hotkey for that, right? Now, the default hotkey for that, yeah, that's gonna be annoying. I don't know what people use for that. It's not a common
Well, they don't,
thing.
because it's right. Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's not a common thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I don't want to overwhelm people with 800 hotkeys.
Right.
I don't want to assign a hotkey to everything, even if it has the ability, right? Like,
Right. And actually that's the thing. So it shouldn't have a default hotkey, but you should be able to change it at some point, right?
and Irfan, you didn't do this yet. You didn't, right here in this list, we should be able to see the assigned hotkey.
Oh
This
yeah.
is-
Oh, No.
Oh, okay.
In this,
No.
click your drop down.
There.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do I have to go select it to go see
Click
what
on
the
it.
hotkey?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're
I don't
right.
want to select it to have to see the hotkey if the list already
Alternatively,
includes it, right?
alternatively, which is what Jean did in QAP, is he just has a different way to say view hotkeys, right?
Okay.
Is because right now we don't
Well,
have any of that functionality, so they would
that
come
was
here.
my original question. Like you would have a list view that has two columns, the name and the hotkey, and then this box is when I double click one of them, it then allows me to change the hotkey for it. You know, that's you can stay with this box. It's just like, yeah, you have to,
At least
but
you
at that time there were less actions. At that time there were just like 3 or 2 things, you know. But now it's growing, it's getting bigger.
Yeah, they are getting growing.
Yeah.
Grab 25% off all our AHK goodies, courses, scripts, and custom work so you save cash while building your toolkit like a boss. Explore our huge library of 466 plus hours of recorded AHK tutorials. Watch, rewind, and master tricks at your own pace.